Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Miss Marlo. Today, I am going to teach you about the Newton's second law. Mr. Newton will tell you more about it, yeah?
Well, my second law is very simple. A body acted upon by an unbalanced force experiences an acceleration that has the same direction as the force and a magnitude that is directly proportional to the force, which brought me to a conclusion. Force equals to the mass times the acceleration, which is only used when there's a single force. But for multiple forces, it's the summation of forces that equals to its mass times the acceleration. For a single force, assuming that the tabletop is frictionless, a box of mass 5 kg moves when a force is applied. To find its acceleration, use the formula F equals to ma. Over to you, Miss Marlowe.
Let's look at some examples of Newton's second law in our everyday lives. People driving the cars, shooting a bullet. That one is only for the policeman, and the way I washing my clothes. So I think I have a lot of experience. And finally, my boyfriend, the Roger Federer, playing the tennis.
Now, look at the video. Bigger the mass, the acceleration is smaller. But smaller the mass, the acceleration is bigger.
So by now you should know the different mass have different acceleration. Do you have any question for me? If you don't have, I will be giving you some questions already, yeah? Question 1, two blocks, A and B of masses 10 kg and 6 kg respectively. Mass A rests on a plane with coefficient of 0.18. Is connected by an inextensible cord over a smooth like pulley to a hanging mass B. Determine the acceleration of the mass A. Now, Mr. Newton will start talking to you already.
Before we solve the problem, we need to calculate the new center of gravity, CG, of the object when it's tilted. Well, look at the diagram. Line 1 is the original CG. Line 2 is the new CG. As the tilt of the incline increases, the new CG also increases. The angle of the tilted incline is equals to the angle between the original CG and the new CG. So to find your new CG, you break it down to your x and y axis. Now let's solve the problem. We first need to calculate the force contributed by block B, which would give us tension T. So T would be 58.86 Newton. Now force of tank B is represented by tension T. We then calculate for forces up the slope. So summation of Fx would be T minus the x-axis of the new Cg, which would give us 41.83 Newton. Then we calculate for forces along y-axis. Summation of y would be 0 because the normal reaction force is subtracted by the y-axis of the new Cg. Next, we find friction. To find friction, the coefficient is multiplied by the normal reaction force, which would give us 17.39 Newton. The new net force is the summation of Fx minus friction. Summation of Fy is not included because it's 0. So acceleration would now be 1.53 meter per second square after dividing the net force with the total mass.
Oh, did you miss me? I am so flattered. Hello, good evening. This is Oxford Maid Agency. How may I help you? You want to hire the housemaid? Oh, sorry, Anyway, we have come to an end of mechanics with Miss Marlowe, featuring Mr. Newton, the smarty one, until I get a day off to go to Lucky Plaza. We shall meet again. Goodbye. Whoever says mates are not smart, you can go kiss my puwet. Because mates nowadays ruling the world, ah. We even ruling the iron now, ah.